Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. I'm in the fernery at the back of my cottage. It's very sheltered and shaded and cool here. It's ideal for ferns, and I've got lots of different ferns here. Most of them are at ground level, but as you can see to my left here is a tree fern, Dicksonia Antarctica, and I've done lots of videos on tree ferns, guides to tree ferns, how to protect them in the winter, how to look after them, general facts. But I want to talk about something slightly different in regards to tree ferns. I've been having a mindful moment. I'm not even sure what this video is about, but I do want to share a thought with you. Okay, they say that tree ferns grow 1 foot every 10 years. Now it's my birthday on Monday, the 4th of May, and I'm 59. Let's call it 60. That's 6 decades. Right. This tree fern here is slightly taller than me. I was born in 1967. That tree fern started growing before I was born, and the likelihood is, if it's looked after, it will outlive me. Isn't that an incredible thought? Look at this one. I'll stand in front of it. Let's say it's 7 foot tall. Maybe it's approaching 8 foot tall. My mum's 80. That's as old as my mum. Isn't it incredible? I think that's one of the things about these plants which fascinates me. It's not just the look, the trunks, the prehistoric feel of them. It's the fact that they're so long lived and they're already so old. Isn't that an incredible thing? Now, I have done several guides to tree ferns, and if you want to look at a complete guide to tree ferns, I will drop one in the description box below this video. But for now, let me just share some images of these tree ferns as we go out of spring and towards summer. I mean, I've just chopped all the dead fronds off these, but you can see already that we've got quite a lot of very nice growth. I'm going to get hold of the camera and show you my collection of tree ferns. I think there are 7 in this little garden, and I'll show you the fronds and how they look when they start to unravel. Right, so let's venture inside my little fernery and get up close and personal with these tree ferns. Look at that, that's the trunk of the tree fern, and that is made up of decades of growth of fronds. You can see them at the top there. Those are the fronds or croziers, and you can see those are all from this year. This one is more advanced than the others, I think, because this is in a lighter, warmer position. The others are hidden away within the shade of the cottage, so they are slightly less advanced. They're almost like barometers in a way. But these trunks are compacted fronds or croziers. The living bit is inside there. I can't really reach inside there to show you that one, but there are more down here which I will be able to show you. Look at that, and you can see there that the fronds have broken off and left these little stumps. Now, it's often thought that the trunk is actually not living, but the fact is it is living. When you buy one of these, they're almost like sliced off, like with a chainsaw, and if you put that sliced end on the ground, it will put roots down. So there is life there waiting. And it's also true that the trunk, although it looks dead, can feed the crown, although I feed mine by dropping 2 or 3 pelleted chicken manure pellets in the top there, and also some seaweed, liquid seaweed plant food. Right, so there we go. That's the big one in my collection, and then we have another one here. This is the 6 foot one, which is slightly older than me. Let's hold the camera up and go in and have a look inside this crown. That's the bit in there that you protect during the winter. I wrap mine in insulation, and then I put oak leaves in the top. Now in the summertime when it's growing, you never want this to dry out. But look at those fronds, aren't they incredible? They're like springs, they're just waiting to unfurl. I'll show you a couple in a minute which have actually unfurled, and these bits here, these are the bits where I've cut off the fronds over the years. Eventually they will start to look like this. Right, can I get a better view down in the centre? Perhaps, but probably a better way of doing that is to come down here and look at one of these short stubby ones. There's one right there. And again, that there is basically just like the top of that one, isn't it? And they do say that the living bit, the crown of it here that produces the growth, is just in this top bit. So if you were to slice that across there, and you would never do that because the value is in the height, but if you were to slice that there and place it on the ground like that, it would start growing. Let's go in, let's have a look. Look in there, look. Isn't that fascinating? What I like about our collection is the fact that we've got several different heights, so you get to see them from all different angles. And there is a frond, or a crozier. What do you call them? I call them fronds. I have heard the word crozier used quite a lot. Croziers. Right, let's go past Pan. Now, some people say to me, I'm a bit worried about my tree fern because it's not started growing yet, and yours are all growing. Well, they're not all growing. Look at that one. It's hardly started yet, but it will do. It's still got a leaf on. There's life in there. It's just a little bit delayed for some reason. This one down here, looking like a big starburst. Lovely big frond there, about to come out. And this one is in the shade of the edge of the cottage, and that usually keeps all its leaves. We must have had a really cold snap this winter because that one, all its leaves went brown and frosted. So cut them all off. Look at this. Not only do you get the end bit there unfurling, but you get the end of each of these little, let's call them leaflets, or maybe frondlets, I don't know. They start to unfurl as well until eventually some of these fronds, particularly in the case of these two big ones here, they can be 5 feet across, and that's wonderful in this space here because it gives us a nice canopy. It's just started to rain, by the way, just in case you can hear it. These are shuttlecock ferns. I put 4 of these in, and they're popping up everywhere. They're quite an invasive species, but there's several of these all over the place now. Shuttlecock ferns. I don't mind because I like them. And this is a perennial fern. Here's another one, look, another type of fern, and again that is all starting to unfurl and unfold and reach out, almost like a starfish's tentacles. Aren't they amazing? So there we go. Oh, hostas, by the way. These are giant hostas. I've got 2 types of giant hosta in here. I've got Jurassic Park, which is that one, and Empress Wu, which is that one there. And they are slug and snail resistant. So if ever you want to buy a hosta that doesn't get eaten by slugs and snails, Jurassic Park or Empress Wu, but there are several others, but these are giants. Look at that. Already, we're only in May the 1st today, actually. Look at that. Massive leaves. I think they do well here because it is quite a sheltered position. Let me just go back to where I started this video and look back, and you can see, I'll give you an idea of the sheltered aspect of this. There's the cottage there, look. So it's surrounded on 3 sides, and there's a little building that pops out there. So that in there, especially in the very hot summertime, is a very cool, sheltered, damp space. It's a lovely place to come and have a coffee, actually. Right. I think I should leave it there. Did I talk about these? That's rebar, you know, that reinforced bar that you get for building, and someone has very cleverly twisted it round, and I bought those because they reminded me very much of the fronds, and I thought they looked quite nice in my fernery here. Another set down there, look. Cute, aren't they? Wonderful. Right, I'll come back on camera and say goodbye. So there we go, just sharing some thoughts and some images of tree ferns, which I think are incredibly fascinating, all the way from Australia. 80 years old as my mum, and will outlive me. And don't forget, if you want to see a complete guide to tree ferns, I'll drop a link to one. They say there is nothing new under the sun. And what I did when I made that guide was I went away and did a lot of research into tree ferns and put it all together in one video. So I'll drop that video link in the description box below this one. If you've got any questions about tree ferns, If you've got some additional information or some extra points that you want to add, drop it in the comments and we can all share our knowledge together. I'll see you soon for some more tree fern adventures. Bye for now.